gosh. Hello, everyone. It's been so long. I'm so sorry. I just been so distracted. Like when you kind of lose interest, not interest in drawing, but when you just kind of have like that little art block. Well, that kind of happened to me, and I've been trying to draw more on paper just because, it's versatile. It's not versatile. It's just you can take it anywhere really, and then play around with like pens and pencils and whatnot. And also because I've been playing games. So I've been really distracted and not actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But now that I guess you can say winter breaks here or whatever for those who go to school, it really like reminded me of like when I was in school, or I guess I still am. Oh, mainly online classes, okay? Because in-person classes, they cool, but like it kind of takes like gas, and then it's also a pain, especially when you're working at the same time. It's so much easier doing online classes. You should do more online classes for college or whatever, but it's whatever, I guess. It's whatever. But what I really wanted to mention was I had teachers. Oh my god, this brings back so many terrible memories. But there's teachers that teach online that are honestly the worst. They're the worst. And I had three so far. Made me want to cry internally. Very, very bad teachers. I have to say, praying you guys don't ever get them in your life. Ever. So the very first teacher I got, this was an art class. It was like an art appreciation class, and let me tell you, I don't know how to appreciate art. I still don't know how to appreciate art the way they wanted us to appreciate art. Like, I'll appreciate art, but I'll appreciate it my own way. I'll be like, yeah, that's some darn good art. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And they have like definitions, terms that they use. Like this is, like it's more not obviously the art that I do, but more traditional art. The art that you see at museums, the way you're supposed to, I guess, admire it and like describe, and you're supposed to somehow know exactly what the painter was like trying to represent. Because art history, if you learned it and whatnot, that's difficult, okay? Because I already have a hard time trying to think what people are thinking, okay? What makes you think I'm gonna know what that painter was thinking like 400 years ago? You crazy. But that was the class I took, and that teacher that I had, it was already like a month in that class, so you can't drop that class anymore. A month in that class, and she all of a sudden sent a message to everyone, like everyone to that class, like an email, mainly mainly saying that she's not getting paid enough, and, and that she wasn't gonna grade our homework. She wanted us, the students, to complain for her. She wanted us to send emails to the people who pay her saying, increase her pay. She wasn't gonna grade, she was not grading any of our homework. Like I think the entire like that entire semester, she did not grade a single bit of our homework. She just complained, complained, and complained that she was not getting paid enough to do this. I don't even know what the heck, how she managed to get that job. Like, don't they tell her how much they pay her? I don't know what happened. I don't know how she got there, but she didn't teach us. She had all the assignments already posted and ready for you to like work on it, like she had that all prepped. I'm not even sure how, especially when she had that mindset, but she did. So the entire class, I was doing homework, not even knowing if I was doing the things I was doing correctly. And near the end of the semester, I think it was like 1 or 2 weeks left, she eventually just left, like never heard from her ever again. And we had like a different teacher to take over for whatever she didn't, do, all things she didn't do. So that teacher specifically was grading all of the assignments that we've done for that entire semester. I passed that class, okay. I passed it, not with a good grade though, like barely managed minimum C, like a C plus or a C. I forgot what it was, but a C. Okay, I still passed. It's just that was an awful teacher. I kid you not. I don't know what in the world happened to make her do that, but she made me want to cry. She did almost make me cry. I was complaining like I had this teacher and she was awful. Complained every day about the fact that she was not getting paid enough. Like, please, what are you doing? At least complain and do, grade. That's the least you could do. But she did nothing but complain. And oh my gosh, that teacher was awful. Absolutely traumatizing to even have in the first place. Now the second teacher I got, this was a records management class. Oh my god. She was interesting. Interesting in the fact that okay, she did have like videos, she did like have classes and whatnot, like kind of taught us a bit, but those assignments that she gave us were so random, very very random. It'll be a Monday, an assignment, and then maybe the next week, we get a new assignment on Monday. But then she wouldn't post for like 3 weeks, and she'll give us a new assignment. Or she'll send us like an email saying, "Oh, sorry guys, I've just been so busy with my other classes that I just literally don't have time for you guys." So we're like, okay, okay, so what does that mean? And then 4 weeks later, she'll post another assignment, and maybe she'll, post another assignment following that week. But she, I think, only had like five assignments, 5 assignments at that one semester. Like I still passed, okay? Like I still passed. Like she did teach the class. Like she did kind of teach what you were supposed to learn. But the way she taught it was so inconvenient because I was also working. So when she posted something that was due maybe like 2 days later and I had like work at the same time and I was darn tired and I didn't want to do homework or whatever, like no, that was not gonna work out. Because the way I like to do assignments is I like to do them like 3 weeks ahead of time. So I have time, if anything comes up, I can like do it or whatever, what I mean? Like something comes up and I can't finish that week's homework, at least I have it done already because I worked on it like 3 weeks ahead of time, I like doing stuff ahead of time, but she was so random. It actually got me crazy. Got me crazy. I actually missed an assignment. I missed one assignment. I was a day late because I didn't even know it was due like the next 2 days because she posted it like while I was working and I didn't even take a look at it because I was like, oh, I'll do it like on the Sunday because usually it's due Sundays and I usually just look at them on Sundays when I don't work. But I was a day late and I was like, gosh dang it, really? And she didn't, she was like, oh, like, oh, I'm sorry guys, like, she wasn't gonna give me that, like, oh, it's okay. No, like, she did not accept late work. And I was like, okay, whatever, you know what? Whatever. I didn't care too much because I wasn't doing bad in the class, but I honestly, that made me a little mad. Just a little mad, just because, like, how you gonna not accept late work, but at the same time, not even post, like, on a consistent day and make things due on a consistent day, where people who actually have things going on in their life, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of got me mad, but okay. The third teacher, this one, I absolutely hated the class. This class actually made me want to, I was really upset. I was really upset with this class. Now, it was like an English, like a proper English class or whatnot. So it wasn't too difficult in terms of like actually having to pass, but it still got me upset. Like the teacher still got me upset because it was like a half semester class, so you had everything like she basically like, shoved a bunch of homework on you. Like it was a lot of homework. I think one module was like 40 40 assignments. Sometimes 80 assignments. Because it was like it'll be like two chapters in 1 week, basically. That's what it was. She gave you all this homework. I mean, she gave you a week to do it, okay? I mean, thanks, I guess. A week to do it. But it was a lot of homework. Now, the thing I didn't like about it, okay, well, maybe I was a bit picky that there was a lot of homework. But one of the main things I did not like about it was that she did not teach the class. The class, not a single time was her input involved. Like, how are you going to be a professor and not even teach the class and just throw workbooks at the students and expect them to learn that way? Like, had it been math, oh my god, I would have not passed that class. I would have failed miserably. But I don't understand how professors even do that kind of stuff. Like, they just throw workbooks at you and expect you to just, like, okay, here you guys go. Like, I gave you the materials as your professor, so I expect you to learn the things I give you without my input. Like that's not how teaching works. I don't know what went through her head when she was teaching this class, okay, but not a single video going over what was, the week's chapter. Not a single video of anything. Not a single bit of feedback. Like she was just a ghost. A ghost. So every assignment that was thrown at us, she wasn't there. The most she did was, I guess, click and choose what she wanted to give us because even the assignments weren't even like they weren't the assignments that she personally made. Like these assignments you can get them on books. Like these were the assignments that you had to go to a different website to do the assignments, not even on the platform that we were supposed to do it on. So, realistically speaking, she didn't do nothing other than provide us the materials that we need to learn the class. That's all she did. At that point, what's the point of going to school if that's the teacher you're gonna get? Now, I really wanted to rate her like really badly, like on like a survey, because I know like all the classes usually have surveys, like, oh, how was this professor? Rate right now, hee hee. There was not a single survey. Well, there was a survey, but I didn't do it. Let me tell you why. It required you to make an account on a different website, and I was not gonna go through that. I'm sorry. Like, how you gonna make me go on a different website to do a survey when I know for a fact that there's surveys you can do on that specific app that they gave us to learn, like to give us all our assignments. I know it exists. Why take us to a different website? Anyways, I really hated that class. It was awful. She was awful. Not awful as a person. Maybe she was awful as a person. But she was mainly awful as a professor. Like, honestly, this is an awful professor. So glad it was English that I got with her. But had it been math, I would not be passing that class. Oh my god. Now, let me actually talk about the drawing before I leave. So, I didn't finish the drawing. No, I did finish the drawing, but I didn't finish it like the recording. I don't know what happened to the last bit of it. It just disappeared. Like someone took it and ravaged it and threw in the trash, and it wasn't me. Like it was yesterday that I finished it, and all of a sudden it disappeared. So I don't know where it went. Like it shouldn't even be lost in my files, but it's gone. Anyway, so I wanted to do more of a school type to kind of like talk about what was, teachers. I pray you guys don't get in the future because they're awful, awful teachers, awful, absolutely not professor like. So that's my drawing for today and my little chat about school. Hope you guys have a wonderful winter break and a wonderful Christmas since Christmas is almost here. Yay! Gifts. I love gifts. Bye bye.